All right, so I want to show you guys how to find I want to show you guys how to find what's called the ending balance of an account. Basically, what we're going to do is we're going to calculate the interest that the bank owes us, and then it gets added back into the money that you invested. What's called compound interest is if you were to let that interest roll over into the account, and then you just leave it set again. So that's typically what happens in a regular checking account. You put money in the bank, regular savings account. You put money in the bank, it earns some interest, they deposit it, and then it starts calculating the interest again off of the new balance, not the shoes, the money you have in the account. So that compounds. That's a whole separate lesson. It's a whole separate formula, but I'm going to kind of give you guys the gist of it, hopefully with our simple formula that we've been working with. Okay, so just a reminder, the formula, we're going to take the principal times the rate as a decimal. Your interest rate has to be converted to a decimal, and then you multiply that by the time. That's going to calculate our interest earned. Okay, so real straightforward. First one here, we're going to put $300 in an account. So that's our principal. We're going to calculate the interest. Our principal times our rate, so 0.05, and we're going to leave that alone in the account for 4 years. So that's going to yield $60 in interest. Okay, and then to calculate the ending balance, I'm going to abbreviate that EB. You take the original $300 that you invested and you add back on the $60 that you just earned in interest. So your ending balance on the account is $360. So if you were to let that go back into the account, you would start the whole process over again, but this time starting with $360 instead of $300. So you're compounding your interest. You're earning interest on top of your already earned interest. Okay, these aren't going to get any harder. These are super straightforward. To get your interest, you're going to take your principal times your interest rate times the number of years you leave this alone in the account. So this guy it's a pretty hefty sum of money. $1,960, $1,960. And then to get our ending balance, I'm going to add that back on to the $4,900 we put in. That's going to bump us up to $6,860. Okay, last one, just to kind of make sure we're all on the same page here. We got $11,000. That's a big chunk of money invested at 15% interest. You're not going to find an account that pays 15% interest for 2 years. So 15% interest, 2 years. Yeah, that's making $3,300. So to get our new ending balance, we add that back onto the original $11,000. That's going to put us up to $14,300. Okay, that's it. Calculate your interest and add it back on. You're finding what's called the ending balance, or the final balance, or the new balance, or the balance is how much money is in the bank. That includes the original plus any interest.